Oh, hello. I'm gonna be in a major motion picture soon, so I have to practice up my piano skills as I'm going to star in the new remake of the
No offense, but if your movie's gonna be like your books, then I'm pretty sure they're going to suck. Also, it's interesting, whenever we bring up Onision, or we talk about him, as well as look at his videos, like, no offense, I get this deja vu of a clip from one of Nostalgia Critic's videos.
What is that?
I don't know where to start. Wherever you want.
I can't make that out. What is that?
Do you know why they want you? No.
Jesus! I can't hear you over your obvious symbolism!
Jesus! I am Jesus!
We got the point, okay? Go to the next scene! Go to the next...
Yeah, exactly. When it comes to Onision, he likes to boast about how he's quote-unquote great, that he knows everything, when in reality he's not. And try to symbolize him as, or himself, sorry, as somebody being, greater than, the average person. Which, by the way, is a joke in of itself.
All jokes aside, let's talk about my marriage. Or no, this is actually a topic about the absence of marriage.
Oh, wow, where have I heard you talk about this before? I believe this is the second, or no, sorry, the 100th time that you've discussed this topic. And still you act like an ignorant jackass about it.
So there's gonna be a few sketches in this video, and to all my patrons who support me, thank you so much. There might be at some point in this video, because you love me. And I love money. I mean you. I love you so much. Alright, so list of reasons to no longer be married to someone. First, if someone's a greedy soulless.
It's interesting when it comes to these current videos where he is listing things that are wrong with people, but in reality he's actually listing defects of himself. The lack of self-awareness is very, very amusing.
That's a good reason to leave them because, obviously all they want out of you is money, and they never really cared about you in the first place, just like their mother.
I know your secret, your dirty little secret. I know your secret, your dirty little secret. Back and play! Back and play with the blow!
Not specific. Like, let's say somebody mails you a package or something, and you decide to say to the company that sent it to you that the package never arrived, and then you hand it to your daughter and say, now we got a free, it's really expensive, dude. Yeah, that's called fraud, okay? It's legal, and you are everything that's wrong with America. Regardless, we have to talk about something very important. That is A. If your significant other gives you, that might be a reason to leave them. Did I censor out A? Oh, I probably did for the, yeah. AIDS for the non-patrons. Because if you get, why not die alone?
You are made of stupid.
Wow. Another reason to leave someone, obviously, is if they social oppose you with 4 different women. 4 is, I would say 3 is where you'd rather, you're like, hey, mister, I was fine with you my sister, my mom, and my cousin, but my brother, too? Actually, that comes off as a bit quick. Maybe not on that last one. But anywhoozle. Next reason to divorce somebody. If you found out the reason they really cried when you asked for a prenuptial agreement is because they secretly just wanted half your and didn't really love you.
Are you for real with this shit? I mean, seriously, are you sincerely for real with this crap that you're spewing? And my next question is, do you really think that this makes you look better than you already look to the public? If you answered no, then congratulations. You might actually be learning something for once.
Again, these are random things, not at all inspired by my own life. That would be creepy and stalkerish to still dwell on after all these years. No, I'm good guy James. I am great guy James. I don't dwell. I move on. I'm better. I'm better than that. Why would I still be mad about saying I love you and them saying I love your money back? It's almost like my relationship with my patrons.
Hey, Griggy Poo, I'm gonna go ahead and, enlighten you with a little secret. Okay? You are a fucking loser. And, in all honesty, mentally, you have the mental capacity of a 5-year-old. Actually, I'm pretty sure a 5-year-old could probably be smarter than you.
I'm just using you. You're not my real friends. I don't have real friends. Life is bad. Quick side note, shout out to Respite, the 15-year-old girl who's actually a grown man German, not a... Checking out that Kik, KIK Messenger Patreon perk that's being shut down. I'm still trying to figure out what we're doing next. Maybe WhatsApp? Back on topic. Another reason to be useless. What? Everybody's a useless...
And I'm still left wondering why his fans actually give a shit about this fucking loser.
You know that. We're born with between our legs. Like, you guys realize that. How could you sleep with people? They're an adult. You're a monster. Wait. Wait. Because you have between your legs and you're waiting to feel that sweet, sweet release. Anyway, so to the person who told me that I need braces, that's a move. I'm gonna sleep with that tonight. Look at that bulldozer. Just bulldozing through all the salty shit. Come on. Well, it doesn't work well for me either. You see how much the background changed? It makes a very, very interesting video. I care a lot about my art. It's very important to me. Aden is...
I am Jesus! I am Jesus!
We heard you the first time!
Your dad's pretty hairy back there. You should tell him to groom. You know what? Grooming is very important. Everyone should groom themselves, groom each other, groom everyone. You get the joke.
Which is the fact that you consciously were trying to force your ideals on how people should take care of themselves, or perhaps the fact with the, allegations towards you and your spouse about you grooming a teenager. In fact, if we were to count your spouse, several teenagers.
You are the joke. But no. The next thing we're talked about, because we're we can't get over it, how people change and how they talk to you after divorce or end of a marriage. Can't say the D word unless you're talking about my D.
Onision, nobody wants to talk about your 1 centimeter chode.
You know, my diploma. I graduated prematurely from college, high school. That's right, inferior. I graduated high school and went to college.
It's all down to shouting!
This is what I hate about everyone on Earth, okay? So everyone acts like they're cool with you. Everyone's like, how you doing? When you're married to somebody, right? Like, all of their family members are cool with you. And then you decide that you don't want to be with them anymore. And suddenly, your now ex-spouse is running around telling everybody that you somehow on them with a chick you've never met in person who lives like 7,000 miles away. Got a 7,000 mile, but the internet full of wagging mouths begging to have a shoved in it won't shut the up about what doesn't make any sense, because what doesn't make any sense is their position. Kind of like asking someone you in your with an iron chastity belt on.
Onision, are you really that afraid? I mean, seriously, are you really that afraid to try to change up your act? Instead of using the two same styles of, or at least topics, categories for your freaking videos, sex and violence. Are you seriously that dense, or, not that creative to come up with something different other than talking or displaying sex or violence? And if some of you have answered, yeah, he is that dumb, then congratulations. You're probably the smartest people in this video right now. Look, I'm gonna say this, like, bottom line, and I'm saying this because of my current predicament. For those who remember, I talked about it earlier on. When it comes to, let's say, my divorce, is there are times where, people, they just, split apart. That spark that ignited the passion between the two of them slowly dies out. If some people are lucky, then it's usually in a very pleasant and non-combative way. But for others, it gets dark, and honestly, it becomes troublesome for not just you, but for the other person as well. And honestly, and this is just my personal experience, overall, even if things didn't work out, and yeah, again, it sucks being divorced. But all in all, you should never, and I'm saying this out of experience because it just recently happened to me. Don't hold a grudge. Don't have any animosity towards the individual. I mean, at first you will probably hate them, but at the same time, there's going to be a part of you that's like, this is so dumb, I just want to move on with my life. And I'm sure they do too. So all in all, I hate to use the phrase forgive and forget, but you can never forget. All you can do is forgive and move on. Just plain and simple. Unfortunately for somebody like Onision, he can't forgive. And he can't move on. Just like he can't move on from, again, the same categories for his videos. Same checkbox. Oh, I'm going to talk about sex. Check. Oh, I'm going to talk about violence or display violence. Check. So, at this point, Onision is a one-track pony. And it was funny that he made that video like saying, oh, I'm going to make my videos better. When in reality, no you don't. It's the same crap over and over again. Just because you made the video longer doesn't make it better. I mean, I've used this saying once or twice. You can't sprinkle sugar on a piece of shit and claim that it's candy. It's still going to be a piece of shit. So, all in all, I'm going to say this last point. If you're in a relationship, cherish it. Because there will be a point, and I'm hoping that it never happens to a lot of you, where you or your significant other end up, just feeling like what was there is no longer there. And at the very least, when it comes to the relationship itself, never have animosity, never have hatred towards the other individual. Again, it hurts. It truly does. But there's nothing you can do at that point. No trying to get revenge on the individual. No, pretty much trying to shame them on the internet. Shit like that doesn't work. I mean, just look at Onision. That hasn't worked for him. It's not going to work for you. So, at the very least, be kind and be courteous. As well as be civil. If that day comes if or when you end up, just moving on with your life. If you have a significant other. Alright. I think I've kind of droned on for a little while. Thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. This is Rob of Novakast signing off. Have a good one. And take care. Peace.